Good morning, everyone. Shall we start our class? So, regarding the last class, yesterday class, any doubt, any question? The last class we seen what is profile. Profile is a desktop. Whenever the user is logging first time to any client machine, that client computer operating system is creating a profile for user, desktop for user. And basically this desktop, this profile are secure. One user cannot access other user profile data. And the profiles are storing local hard disk. And the last class we seen profile is a user state environment. If the user is storing the data in this many items, that is going to store in that particular user profile. And the last class we seen we have two types of profile, local and roaming. So local profile, once you create the user accounts and the user is logging to any client machine, so that client machine operating system is creating a profile for user and is going to store in local hard disk. And if the user want to access existing profile, user has to use always same computer, the user can find existing profile. But if the user is carrying local profile, if the user log on to other machine, you cannot find your existing profile there. Okay, so the profiles are storing in this location, that is a C users. And the last class we discussed one more profile, that is a roaming. Roaming profile is created by your system administrator, is going to store in server hard disk, and this profile are available every time whenever the user log on to any machine in our network here, and whenever the user do any changes in the profile items and desktop, and once you sign out, once you log off, this data is going to store in our server hard disk here. Okay, so the last class we discussed one more topic, that is called home folder is a network drive, and this network drive is assigned by system administrator to a specific user. Only that user can access, and this drive is available in every time whenever the user log on to any machine here. Okay, so the last class what we have done in our server, we assign the home folder network drive to our specific user. And the last class we seen, if you want to assign home folder network drive to a user, we have some requirements. Like first requirement is in our server we require user accounts. Next requirement is we require a share folder, and I'm creating a share folder by the name of home. When we are sharing, we have to give the permission everyone read and write. Then we have to go to the specific user properties and we have to set the home folder path. We know this one, right? So next day I've set the home folder path network drive to user 3. So when next day when the user 3 is logging to any machine, user 3 can find this Z drive, and this drive data is going to store in our server, and one folder will create by the name of user 3, and user 3 data will store in user 3 account here. But example, I'm giving the home folder path to user 4 also. So next day whenever the user 4 is logging to this machine, the user 4 can find the same drive, and same drive user can find the data here, and this data also is going to update in server in user 4 account here. So I set the home folder network drive to two users, user 3 and user 4 here. So the last class what we have done, we set the home folder network drive to user 3 in our server in E drive. We created one folder by the name of home here, right? And we went to the user 3 properties, and we went to the profile, and in home folder we set the home folder path to my user 3. So now the user 3 can log into any machine, and you can find your network drive here. So to this machine, this is my system 2 client computer. I want to log in as a user 3 here. Now I logged as a user 3 here. Now if I go to the computer, you can find your network drive, that is a Z drive, is for user 3, and you can store your data here in this drive, and this data automatically is going to update in server. So my question is what here now? So the user 3 is having network drive, but how much data user 3 can store in this drive? Nearly 78.1 GB. So the user 3 is getting this much size from server. If you go to the server, if you see the home folder is there, and the user 3 data is storing in his home folder network drive. Okay, and this data is storing in home folder, and home folder is storing in server E drive. So it means the user 3 is getting the size on this network drive from server tab. Okay, so if I log in as a user 4 also, you can find the same drive size here. So user 3 and user 4 is getting the same size, nearly 78 GB example here. Okay, but one day my boss is coming, is saying, sir, which user is storing the data more? That user can capture more drive size here. Okay, but I want to restrict the drive size here. I don't want to give the 78 GB to user 3 and user 4 here. I want to limit the size here, right? So my boss is saying, sir, please limit the size. Limit the size to user 3 only 5 GB, and limit the size to user 4, example 6 GB, right? So I want to limit the size to user 3 how much here? 5 GB. I want to limit the size to user 4 here 6 GB, or you can give same size to both user also, no problem there, but I want to give different size. I don't want to give the full size. So then Microsoft is saying here, in 2012 server operating system, the Microsoft is added one service. That service is called FSRM service. It's called what here? FSRM. And here FSRM stands here file server resource management. File server resource management. So the Microsoft is saying, by using file server resource management service, we can use this service to restrict the drive size. We can use this service to restrict the drive size, right? So this is called quota option here. It's called what here? Quota. Quota means limit. On our disk, on our drive, on a storage, we can limit the size. We can apply the disk quota by using FSRM service. So example, by using FSRM service here, I am giving the size to user 3 5 GB, user 4 6 GB. So next day, when the user 3 is logging, the user 3 can find this network drive, but the drive size will display only 5 GB here to user 3, right? But right now it is showing here nearly 78 GB, but it will show you what after the applying restriction, it will show you only 5 GB, right? So it means by using FSRM service, we can restrict the drive size here. Okay, so what is the drive size example? I have restricted 5 GB. Now example, assume it for one moment, by using FSRM service, I have given the size here 5 GB. The user 3 can store the data up to only 5 GB, not more than 5 GB. Okay, but the user 3 is having 5 GB drive size. Can you open this drive? Can we store any type of file or not here? Right, we can store any type of file. There is no restriction. But one day my boss is coming, he's saying, sir, don't allow, right? Don't allow the user to store the image files. Don't allow the user to store the image file. I want to restrict the image file. I want to restrict the video files also. I want to restrict 2 files here. My boss is saying, sir, don't allow the user to store the image files, and don't allow the user to store the video files. I want to restrict these 2 types of files here. So Microsoft is saying, by the using FSRM service, we can restrict the image files, we can restrict the video files. Not only image file, video file, you can restrict any type of file by using FSRM service. Any extension type of file, if you want to restrict to user, you can restrict by using FSRM service here. Okay, so by using FSRM service, as administrator, I restricted image files, right? I restricted image files to user 3. I restricted video files. But after applying any policy, after applying any restriction, you are the administrator, you have to inform to user also. You have to inform to user. Tell to the user, sir, I am administrator, and from today onwards, I restricted to you to store the image files and video files in the home folder network drive. You can access network drive, you can store any file, but not image files and video files. You are the admin. Be frankly, you have to update to user, sir, I restricted to you image files and video files. From today onwards, don't try to store. Now after listening this one as a user, right? Now you are the admin, you are telling to user, sir, don't store the image file and video files. After listening, what the user will say? Yes sir, I will follow your instructions, you are my admin. Or no sir, I will not follow your instructions. What? The user is saying what here? Yes sir, I will follow your instruction because you are my boss, you are the administrator. You restricted something means I really restricted. But what is our good habit? Whenever our elders or parent will say, sir, don't go there, don't watch there, we doesn't, okay, we'll follow, we'll say in front of us, yes sir, I will follow it, but at least we'll try or not here. The same problem with the user 3 also, like you. Okay, so the user 3 is saying, okay sir, I will follow you, but after some time the user 3 want to test to administrator, really administrator is restricted or not, whether this restriction applying on me or not. So after some time, what the user 3 is doing is going to the image drive, home folder network drive, is trying to store the image files, is trying to store the video files here, right? But user 3 can store the image files and can store the video files? No. Once you try to store, once you try to copy, or once you try to save, it will say, sir, you are restricted, you do not have this permission, sir. Okay, user is restricted, but as administrator I inform to user and the user is restricted really. But after some time as administrator I want to do monitoring actually here. I want to do monitoring, right? So I'm saying one day I have informed to user 3 don't store the image file and video files. User 3 say yes, I will follow. But after some time, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, as admin by sitting on server, I want to do monitoring here, whether the user has tried or not. If it is tried, on which day, on which time, right? Which file, which extension file user has tried. I want to know this one. So then what I will do? You can do one thing, you are the admin, call to user 3. Tell to the user 3, sir, so and so day, I inform you don't store the image files and video files, right? So now tell me till now, you tried or not? If you tried, please tell me on which day, which time, which file, which extension file you tried. What you are doing, you are asking directly to user, right? Which file, which day, which time you tried, sir, please tell me. I want to note down this one. So what the user 3 will say? If he try also, he will say, yes, sir, on so and so day, so and so time I tried. No, he will say, sorry, sir, till now I have not tried. But in real time, will not ask to user, sir, whether you tried or not here. Without updating to user, without asking to user, we want to sit on server, we want to do monitoring or not here, right? Without knowledge of user. So what we can do, we can take the help of this service, FSRM service. By using this FSRM service, file resource management service, we can do monitoring also. After applying restriction, we can do monitoring, whether the user has tried or not. If the user has tried, which day, which time, which file, which extension file user has tried, we can check by using FSRM service. So it means FSRM service providing 3 features here. The first feature is what? By the help of FSRM service, we can restrict the drive size, 1, right? Second feature is what? By using FSRM service, we can restrict the particular any extension type of file, we can restrict here, 1. Third, we can do the monitoring also, right? So please write down the heading, today topic. File server resource management. In short, you can say FSRM also. So please write down one point there. FSRM service is introduced in 2008 R2 operating system and in 2012 server operating system. FSRM service is introduced in 2008 R2 operating system and in 2012 server operating system. So it means this feature is not available in previous server operating system. Is available in 2008 R2 and is available in 2012. And 2008 R2 operating system has launched before 6 months of 2012. So we can say this is a new feature of 2012 server operating system here. Okay. Yeah, 2008 R2 operating system and 2012. Yeah, sir. So please write down functionalities features of FSRM. So please write down these 3 options. FSRM service having these 3 options: storage quota management, second one file screening management, third one is storage report management. Done. So the FSRM is having 3 features here. storage quota management. By using storage quota management, we can limit the size. We can apply the restriction, right? Second is what? File screening management. By using file screening management, we can restrict any particular type of file to the user. Okay. Last one is storage report management. By using storage report management, we can do the monitoring. We can check the reports after restricted, whether the user has tried or not. If it is tried, which day, which time, which type of file is tried, we can check. That is called what here? Storage report management. Okay. So storage quota management is used for to limit the size, file screening management to restrict the particular type of file, storage report management used for monitoring purpose. Okay. But remember here, FSRM service is available in server operating system, but automatically this service is not installed. We have to install manually. Here, right? Now here I am applying the FSRM service restriction on home folder network drive. But by using FSRM service, we can restrict any storage. We can restrict the share folder also. We can restrict the security folder also. We can restrict the drive also. We can restrict the roaming profile also, right? Size we can restrict by using FSRM service. But I am showing this practical on home folder network drive. So when you go to the lab, so once again you have to start the practical with creating home folder network drive. And already we know how to create the home folder network drive to a user and how the user is going to access it, right? So please write down the first lab today. Today first lab is creating home folder network drive. Creating home folder network drive for user 3. Creating home folder network drive for user 3. And already we know we taken the step the last class how to create the home folder network drive. By using the same method procedure, we have to create it and check whether the user is accessing the home folder network drive or not. So you can see here, I logged as a user 3 in my client computer, right? I logged as a user 3 in my client computer here. That is a user 3. If I go to the computer, you can find your home folder network drive, and right now the size of the network drive is 78 GB is there. Okay, I want to restrict this one by using FSRM service here. So the microservice saying this service is available in server OS, but automatically the services will not install. So what we have to do, first we have to install this service. So write on next lab today. Today our next lab is installing FSRM service. You can use anyone. Please 1 minute here. So our next lab is what? Installing FSRM service. So please write down the steps. In system 1 server DC. In system 1 server DC, log in as an administrator. In system 1 server DC, log in as a administrator. Now in server operating system in 2012, whenever you want to add the service, whenever you want to remove the service, whenever you want to confirm the service, we have to take the help of server manager console. By the help of that, we can add or we can remove or we can confirm here, right? So please write down, open the server manager console. Open the server manager console. Open the server manager console. So once you double click, you can find the server manager console is open. Now to add the services, we have to take the help of add roles and features. So please write down, click on add roles and features. Click on add roles and features. Now once you click this add rules and features, write down, click 3 times. The welcome page is open, beginning page. So write down, click 3 times, next, 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 next. Click 3 times, next, next, next. So click next. One more time, next. We are sitting on system 1, Zoom domain, IP is 10.1. Click next. And we are in roles. Roles means services here. And if you want to add the FSRM service, actual FSRM service is a sub-service here. Is a sub-service. And this service you can find under this service. That is called files and storage service. And you can see here, the files and storage service already is installed. If the service already installed, we have to expand this service by using this arrow option. So please write down, expand files and storage service. Expand files and storage service. Now once you expand this files and storage service here, you can see under this one we have 2 options here. The first option is for files and iSCSI service here, and this service also is installed, so we have to expand this one. So write down, expand files and iSCSI service. File and iSCSI, ISCSI. You can see the name here also is available. Expand file and iSCSI, ISCSI service. And iSCSI is a new service of 2012 server operating system. We have a class what is iSCSI, and by using iSCSI actually we can make one storage box here, right? At the end of the session we have this class that they will discuss what is iSCSI, and by using iSCSI how to make one storage box there. Okay, so this time we have to expand this one, files and iSCSI service. Once we expand files and iSCSI service, if you come down, you can find there are so many services are there, but we need today this one, that is file server resource manager. Box is not checked, we have to check to install. So write down, check the box, file server resource manager. Check the box, file server resource manager. Check the box, file server resource manager, and click on add features. Click on add features. Then again 3 times, next, 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 install and close. Click 3 times, next, 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 install and close. So click next. One more time, next. Click on install. Your installation is started. It will take few minutes time. Then after that we have to close, right? And after close you have to check the flag. On flag, if I have a warning symbol, right, yellow color triangle, so it means we have to go to the post deployment configuration. If on flag, if I'm not having any warning symbol, so directly we can use this service here, right? Now once the service is installed here, right, then after that now we can go for these 3 features here: storage quota, file streaming management and storage report. So now we'll go for the next third topic, third lab today, storage quota management. So write down, our next lab, storage quota management. But remember here, by using storage quota management, what we can do, we can limit the size of the disk, okay, or storage. Storage quota management. So please write down, in system 1 server, open the FSRM service. In system 1 server, open the FSRM service. Open the FSRM service. Okay. Next, write down, expand the quota management. Expand the quota management. The next point, write down, right click on quota templates. Right click on quota templates. Now here, actual what is template? Template means rules. Rules means policies. So here, first we have to create the rules, then we have to apply the rule there. So it means first we have to create the policy, then we have to apply the policy. So it means we have to create the template first, then we have to apply this template. So we require templates here. So we can create the template by using this quota template, right? So what is the last point? Right click on quota templates, then write down, click on create quota template. Right click on quota template and click on create quota template. Click on create quota template. Now once you click this create quota template, a new page will open, and in this page is asking template name. Template name, you can give any name. It means policy name. So write down template name dash, next line, template name dash 5 GB size for user 3. 5 GB size for user 3. If you want to give the same size to all users, you can create only one template. If you want to give different size to different user, we have to create multiple templates. So this is a display name. You can give any name, but I am giving the name to understand, right? 5 GB for user 3. But don't think that if you give this name 5 GB size for user 3, this is going to affect it to the user 3. Just as a display name, you can give any name there. Next line is asking, sir, what size you want to limit here. So please write down limit size dash 5 GB. Limit size dash 5 GB and click on create. Click on create. Your job has done. So your template is successfully created here. Okay. So we'll continue, please. You can find here my installation of FSRM services succeeded, and here is not asking any question to go for configuration still is required there. Okay. So you can close it, and you can see on the flag also we are not getting any warning symbol here. But how to know FSRM service added or not? Because it's not showing here. So if you want to know, go to the tools, and you can see in the list here we can find file server resource manager. Okay. Or you can go to the start button and you can find here your FSRM services added. You can open from here. So once you open the FSRM service, you can see FSRM service is open, and we have three options: quota management, file string management, and storage report management. So first we want to go for quota management. So once you expand the quota management, click on this arrow, and you can find two options here. One is quota and one is quota templates. By using quotas, we can apply the template, we can apply the policy, but before applying the policy, we require policies or not here, and that policies we can create by using template. And you can see if I go to the quota template, by default some policies are there or not here. By default some template, this is given by Microsoft. If you like this template, you can use it, no need to create the template, apply it. But if you don't like this template, you can create your own template here. So this time I want to create my own template by my customized size or features here. So right click on this quota template and click on create quota template, and is asking first template name. You can give any name like this also, it will be accepted for you. But here I am giving the name here 5 GB size for user 3. Okay. But here we have to give the limit here, space limit here. By default is what here? 100 MB. I don't want this one. So remove this one and give the size in MB or GB is no problem here. So I want to give the 5 GB. And you can see we have KB option, MB option, GB option and TB option, right? So we have to select 5 GB, and after that just we have to click on OK. So once you click OK, I think you are written create there. So write down OK. So once you click OK, your template is successfully created, and you can find your display name here. Okay. But you can find two more options here. One is called hot quota and one is called soft quota. So what is the meaning of hot quota and soft quota? In hot quota, whatever the size we are giving, right, that size is reflecting on user. Display size is 5 GB, user can store the data up to only 5 GB. But in soft quota, I have given 5 GB. So display size will show you 78 GB only. Display size will show you how much? 78. But the user can store the data up to only 5 GB. So this is what here? Soft quota. So in future, as a admin, we can increase the size also on the soft quota if I select it. But I am going for hot quota default option here. Right? Click on OK. So once you click OK, you can see here our template is successfully created here. Now we have to apply this template by using this quota option. So please write down next line. Next line, write down, please write down, right click on quotas and click on create quota. Right click on quotas and click on create quota. Now once you click create quota, is asking quota path. Now what is a quota path here? The quota path means where the user actual data storing. That is called what here? Quota path. You can see my user is storing the data in Z drive, in home folder network Z drive. But actual backgroundly the data is storing in server. In which location? In E drive home folder. So this E drive home folder is called quota path here. Okay. So please write down quota path dash E colon slash home. Quota path dash E colon slash home. You can type directly also, or you can do one thing. You can, if you don't want to type directly, you can take the help of browse. You can expand the E drive, select the home folder and click on OK. Or you can type directly also E colon slash home there. Okay. Now, but you can observe here we have option quota template. Now tell me, this 100 MB is our template? No. So we have to drag this option and you can find our template last one that we have to select. So write down next line. Select the quota template dash 5 GB size for user 3. Select the quota template dash 5 GB size for user 3. Select the quota template dash 5 GB size for user 3 and click on create. Click on create. Select 5 GB size for user 3 and click on create. So once you click create here, your template is successfully applied here. Okay. You can see our template is applied. Okay. The write down verification. In system to client computer, login as a user 3. In system to client computer, login as a user 3. In system to client computer, login as a user 3. Next line please. Open the computer. Open the computer and check the home folder network drive size. Open the computer and check the home folder network drive size. Check the home folder network drive size dash 5 GB. Check the home folder network drive size dash 5 GB. Okay. So you can see here, if I go to the computer, if I go to the client machine, and if already user is working, we no need to sign out, we no need to sign in. And you can see still size is showing what here, how much here? 78 GB. Just what we have to do, close it and just refresh the screen. If already user working, just refresh the screen to effect. Open the computer. Now check the size here. Now the limit is what here? 5 GB. So if I go to the properties also, you can see the size of the user can use here. The size of the drive up to maximum here what? 5 GB. More than 5 GB user cannot store the size here. Okay. Okay, fine. Display size is 5 GB, but the user can store any type of file here. Yes, but I want to restrict this file. Which file? Only image files. Can we restrict the image files? Yes, we can restrict by using this storage file screening management. So please write down our next lab. File screening management. File screening management. So please write down in system 1 server DC. In system 1 server DC, login as administrator. In system 1 server DC, login as administrator. Next point, open the FSRM service. Open the FSRM service. Now first see the screen. You can tell me, are you finding file screening management option in the list? File screening management is there. Yes, by using this we can restrict the drive size. But before going file screening management, you have to do one thing. We have to enable the recording feature also. We have to enable the recording. If I enable the recording feature, then I apply the file screening management restriction, then it's going to record it. Otherwise, if I not enable the recording feature, I can apply the restriction, but I cannot do monitoring in feature. Okay, so first we have to enable the recording feature. So please write down next line. Right click on File Server Resource Manager Local. Right click on File Server Resource Manager Local. You can see the first name in this FSRM service. Are you finding File Server Resource Manager Local? Right click on File Server Resource Manager Local. Okay, so once you right click on this File Server Resource Manager Local, then right down click on Configure option. Click on Configure option. Right click on File Server Resource Manager Local and click on Configure option. So once you click this Configure option, one new page will open. And in this page you can see there are so many tabs are there here, but today we require this tab, that is File Screen Audit. So write down, select File Screen Audit tab. Select File Screen Audit tab and check the box Record File Screen Audit, and check the box Record File Screen Activity in Auditing Database. Check the box Record File Screening Activity in Auditing Database. Check the box Record File Screening Activity in Auditing Database. Okay, and click OK. Once you click OK, your recording has enabled. We have to check this box, Recording File Screening Activity. Okay, now once you click OK, job is done. Now we can go to the file screening management to apply the restriction. So write down next line, expand the file screening management. Expand the file screening management. Now once you expand this file screening management, you can see there are two options are there, file screens. By using file screens, we can apply the template, we can apply the policy. But before applying policy, before applying template, we require templates, and that templates we can create by using file screen template. And you can see in file screen template, by default some templates are there. If you like, you can use this one. Otherwise, we can create our own template. So this time I will create our own template, then we'll apply. So write down next line, right click on File Screen Templates. Right click on File Screen Templates and click on Create File Screen Template. Right click on File Screen Template and click on Create File Screen Template. Right click on File Screen Template and click on Create File Screen Template. Okay, so once you click this Create File Screen Template, one new page will open, and in this page is asking your template name. You can give any name. So write down template name dash block image files for user 3. Block image file for user 3. Block image files for user 3. Okay, then after that, write down, here is asking, sir, what you want to block actual here. We have so many options here, combinations. We have audio, video, we have backup files, compressed files, image files, executable file, image file, MS Office files, system files, and you can see if you come down, we have temporary files, text files, web page files. So what you want to restrict actual here? You can restrict multiple items, no restriction, or you can check the box, you can restrict. So I want to restrict what here? Image files. So write down, check the box image files and click OK. Check the box image files and click on OK. check the box image files and click on OK. So once you click OK, your successfully template is created for you. Done. Now we have to apply this template by using file screens. So write down next line, right click on file screens and click on create file screen. Right click on file screen and click on create file screen. Now once you click this one, create file screen, one new page will open, and in this page is asking file screen path. File screen path means what? Where you are applying the restrictions. That is called what here? File screen path. So actually the user is storing on data in Z drive and we want restriction here, but this drive data is storing in server in E drive home folder. So this home folder E:/home, that is called what here? File screen path here. So write down file screen path dash E:/home. Maybe in the lab your drive letters are different, folder name is different, that you have to give. Okay, file screen path dash E:/home. Then after that write down here, you can see here, this is your file screen template, audio and video. No, so we have to drag, we have to select our template. So write down, select the file screen template dash block image files for user 3. Select the file screen template dash block image file for user 3. Select the file screen template dash block image file for user 3 and click on create. Now once you click create, successfully your template is created. But here we have one twist here. You have to try to understand here. You can use in the real time if you like. Now what path I am giving actually here? E:/home. So this template will apply, or this restriction will apply to all users, right? This template which I created is apply for all users. How many users is getting home folder and how many users are storing the data in this home folder location here, right? This apply for all users, like user 3 also, user 4 also, and if you have more users also, it will apply to it. But I want this template should be applied for user 3 only, or specific user, not to the other users. So then what we can do one thing here. After E:/home, we can type slash that particular username, maybe user 3, user 4 or user 5. So example user 3. If I give like this, so this template or this quota will apply only to the user 3 here. So in the interview it will ask this question, sir, I created one template in FSRM service. I want this template should be applied only to user 3 or a specific user. Then what we have to do? So we have to say E:/home/user 3. But if I want to apply this template to all users, right? So then we have to type only what here? Like this, E:/home. If I type, this template is going to apply to all. Okay, so this time I'm applying to all, but maybe in the lab you can check for single user also. Okay, so once I click on create, my template is successfully applying. Now we have to check the verification. So please write down verification. In system to computer, in system to client computer, in system to client computer, log in as a user 3. In system to client computer, log in as a user 3. The next point I done, open the home folder network drive, Z drive. Open the home folder network drive, Z drive. Open the home folder network drive, Z drive, and try to store new bitmap image files. And try to store new bitmap image files. Open the home folder network drive, Z drive, and try to store new bitmap image files. Now tell me, what is the permission? Allow or deny? Deny. So write down dash deny and try to store new bitmap image files dash permission deny. Okay, now see here, already user is working, we no need to sign out, sign in to apply this condition, just we have to refresh the screen. Now tell to the user 3, sir, open the computer, open the home folder network drive, Z drive, Now can I store some new text files here? Yes, we can store the text files, video files also, but not image file. If I try to store this image file, now see here, I am getting the error. What is the error? Destination folder access denied. You need permission to perform this action. So it means user is what? Restricted here. Any image file, sir. Because when we are creating the template, we are saying all. By default is what here? All. But we can do customize also. We can create our own template, right? Then we can apply. I will show you how to create. And then we can apply our own extensions. What extension files you want? We can customize. But here I restricted what? All type of image files is restricted here. Okay. Now this one. But how to customize? If you want to customize, then what we have to do, when you're creating the template here, sir, when you're creating the template here, we have option here. You can go for create. Create means by our own name, like these names are there. We can create our own template, or you can go to edit to customize. You can see here, this many options are there. This many extensions are restricted here. But which type of you don't want, you can remove it, exclude it. Okay. Or you can create your own template here. Create it, give your name, any name. Example only bitmap BMP files, example. Okay. And here, so I'm giving here BMP files, and here you can give your extension, like how to give dot BMP. Okay. Sorry, star dot BMP, and click on add. Only this files is going to restrict, and click OK. You can see here, are you finding your template here? You can apply this one. Okay. So you can create your own template with your own extensions, or you can exclude the extensions also. Okay. So this is one we have done. So here we restricted to user 3 what here? Bitmap image files, and we inform also. But can we do monitoring? Yes, we can do monitoring by using by using storage report management. So write down our next lab, storage remove the template, delete the template. Storage reports management. The next one is storage report management. Okay, so what is the use of storage report management? We can do monitoring here, right? So please write down, in DC, open the FSRM service. In DC, open the FSRM service. In DC, open the FSRM service, and you can see now here in the page, in FSRM service page, are you finding storage report management? If I go to storage report management, are you finding any report here? No, we have to generate the report. So write down, right click on storage report management and click on generate report now. Right click on storage report management and click on generate report now. Now once you click this generate report now, one new page will open, and in this page you can find is asking actually on which restrictions, by using which option you restricted, and on which option you want report. So I want report by using file screen auditing here. So write down, check the box file screening audit. Check the box file screening audit. Check the box file screening audit. Then you can see on the top, are you finding some new tabs here? Yes. Are you finding scope tab? So please write down, select the scope tab. Select the scope tab. Now once you select the scope tab here, in this page, click on add. Click on add. Now once you click add here, then write down expand the E drive. Expand the E drive. Select the home folder and click OK. Expand the E drive, select the home folder and click 3 times. OK, OK, OK. Expand the E drive, select the home folder and click 3 times. OK, OK, OK.
What if my file storage is different from my domain controller?
Then you have to give the network path, sir. Double backslash, that machine name slash share folder name. Yeah. We are giving local path, e:/home. If there is another machine, we have to give network path. Or you can do one thing, install this FSRM service in storage box. It's not compulsory you have to install this FSRM service in DC. Install the FSRM service in the storage box where the share folders are there. Then you have to give local path there. Okay. Select the home folder and click on OK, OK, and you can see here, wait for report to be generated and then displaying. So click on OK. Now once you click OK, your report is generating here, and the report is generating in HTML format. So we can open this file, HTML file, in browser, in our Internet Explorer browser. You can see we can find two folders, two things here. One is folder, and this folder is supporting to this file, and this file is what here? HTML document file. So we can open this file to check the details. So please write down next line. Open the HTML document file. Open the HTML document file and check the details. Open the HTML document file and check the details. Once you double click, it will open in the Internet Explorer browser and you can check the details. But if you have multiple files, then we can verify by using date and time which file is our file, current file, to check the report here. Okay. Once you double click, the file is opening in browser, in our Internet Explorer browser. Right. So say, yeah, I want to update these things later. Now here report is generated here and you can see the reports. So we are checking the report for which user? User 3. And what the user 3 has tried, actual new bitmap image file, BMP file, right? And what is the status of the user 3? Block on this date, on this time, the user has tried. Now tell me here, this is a generating report, we can check, okay? But the user 3 has tried how many times? 4 times or 1 time only? We tried 1 time, but it's showing 4 entries here. But check whether the really 4 times user has tried or not. No, the user has tried only 1 time here. You can see here, date is same, time also is what? Same here. So user 3 has tried how many times? Only 1 time. But here it is showing how many times? 4 times. So this is one problem here. Now why I am getting this problem here? User has tried 1 time, but it's showing 4 entries here. So this issue I am getting by using updates. By using updates. You know Microsoft updates? If you have an operating system and if you keep the Microsoft updates, Microsoft will release the updates in a month, every 3rd week, 4th week, the new updates will come. And if your machine is connected to Microsoft Upstream's server, and automatic update at least, right? You can take the new updates from Microsoft. See here, Microsoft update means is not updating complete operating system. Whatever the new features are there, or critical items are there, or any issues are there, so it's going to solve this problem, resolve this problem by using Microsoft updates here, right? Every company is using the licensed operating system, and every administrator, end user, are giving the feedback to Microsoft. Said this month, this day, I face this problem in our operating system, so please troubleshoot it. So the Microsoft is releasing the new updates. That problem is not a common, that problem is related to operating system. So Microsoft experts will work on that. It will give the new features, and by using that updates, our problem will be solved here. Okay. So Microsoft is giving the updates. Now once I updated this operating system, right now I have not updated, it will take some time. Maybe to update, it will take 15 to 20 minutes time here. If I keep the updates, then next time when the user is trying 1 time, it will show you 1 time. If the user tried 2 times, it will show you 2 times. If the user tried 3 times, it will show you 3 times after updates. So this problem actually is not a problem with the service, is a problem with the OS update here. Okay, this one. So you have to check this. Now, so till now we have done what is home folder network drive, how to install FSRM service, by using FSRM service storage quota, how to restrict the drive size and how to restrict the particular file by using file screening management, and how to do the monitoring by using storage report management. Any doubt? So in the lab, when you go to the lab, first you have to start the practical with creating home folder, and on home folder we are applying all this one. Okay, now come to the fixed our next topic today. Please 1 minute here. So please write down our next topic today, organization unit. This organization unit, in short, you can say OU also, right? Now what is the use of this OU? The experts are saying the OU is very, very helpful for administrators to do easy management here. So example, in your network you have a server, and as the administrator, by sitting on server, we are managing all the user accounts or not here. If I create the user account in server in Active Directory database, then user can log into any client machine. And as administrator, to create the user accounts, the Microsoft has given by default one console, that is what here, ADUC, and in that Microsoft by default is given one container also. That container name is what here, users. Now in users container, as the administrator, can I create the user accounts or not here? So example, I am creating S1, S2, right, M1, M2, right, so we are creating. So example, my task is what? In my network, actually my network is very big network here now. So my boss is saying, sir, we need, our network is very big, we have different departments, right? So many departments are there, like sales, marketing, accounts, finance, HR, IT. So some of the employees are working in sales department, marketing, IT, HR, and you are the admin, you have to create the user accounts here. So here my task is what? As administrator, I need this many user accounts here. So as admin, I have to create how many user accounts here? 1500 user accounts here. So as admin, can we go to the server? Can we take the help of ADUC console? Can we create the user accounts or not here? So already we know how to create the accounts. Microsoft is given default container, users. Right click on users, new, user. We can create the account. Example, for testing purpose, I am creating S1. But please remember here, in real time, we are not creating the user account like this, S1, S2, M1, M2, because my employee will say, sir, my name is not S1, S2. Right, I have my own name, so create the account with my name here. But for testing purpose, I am creating the user account S1. I am not giving any password. Account is created. So like this, I am creating one more user account here by the name Sam. I am not giving any password. I done. Right. So we have this many accounts. So like this, how many user accounts you have to create now? 1500 user accounts. S1, S2. Example, M1, M2. Right. Like A1, A2 we have. So we have to create this many user accounts here. So it will take some time. As administrator, we have to create 1500 accounts. But some of the employees are working sales department, some of the employees are in marketing, account, HR. But these users can log into any computer in my network or not here. So this is my domain model, my user can log in. So S1 here, S2 here, M1 here. Next day user can change the computers also. There's no restriction. But one day my boss is coming. Actually the boss is very smart, and I'm a new administrator, or you are the new administrator for this organization, and you've done all these things and everything is fine till now. But one day your boss is coming, he want to take your small test. He's coming, he's asking one small question, sir, I want some information, sir. Right now we are working on domain model to do easy and centralized management. Your entire network information is available in server. So I need information within 1 minute. Please give me the answer, how many employees are working in sales department? You are the admin, you created the user accounts, and this user can log into any machine. I need how many employees are working in sales department, and less than 1 minute you have to give the answer. So how to give the answer? You have to check the groups. Sir, group actually is not used for to maintain the user accounts. Group is used for permissions here. In groups, I will tell you, in groups we have to add the users, then only the users will become member of that group. So by using group we cannot give the answer. Okay, but by seeing the names you can give the answer. Now assume it in front of you, how many user accounts are there? 1500 user accounts which is created in this container. Which container? Users. And remember here, when the user accounts you are creating, here the user accounts are not arranging according to the department names. Here the accounts we are creating according to our username, and the user names accounts are going to arrange according to alphabets here, A to Z. Okay, so all the user accounts are available in front of you, 1500 user account. Now see the name and give the answer. Sir, which user belongs to which department? By seeing this name, can you give the answer? No. So tell to your boss, sir, this time I cannot give the answer within 1 minute, right? But next time I will give the answer. So your boss is saying, how, sir? So after the user account is created, do one thing, take one notebook. In first page, write down the heading, sales, and write down all the user names. How many employees working sales? Turn the page, write down the next heading, marketing, write down all the marketing users names. And next time, if your boss is coming, is asking, sir, how many employees are working sales department, marketing account? So don't touch the server. Tell to your boss, I will give you the answer now within 1 minute. How? Open the notebook, see the page heading, sales, and give the answer. Sir, this many employees are working sales department. But tell me in the real time, we are maintaining any notebooks like that? No. So next, how to give the answer? Next, you can do one more thing here. Second option. After the user account is created, go to this user properties, and you can see there are so many tabs are there here, right? Now we have one tab that is called what? Organization. Go to this tab, and you have option department, and write down the department name. This user belongs to this department. So like this, go to the next user, go to the properties, go to the organization tab, and write down this department name. This user belongs to this department. So like this, how many user properties I have to update? 1500 user properties I have to update. Okay. Now after some time, your boss again is coming. He's asking, sir, how many employees are working in marketing department, sir? What are the names? So how to give the answer? Less than 1 minute. By seeing these account names, can you give the answer? No. Tell to your boss, sir, I will give you answer. Just wait. How? Right click on first user account, go to properties, go to organization, and note down this user belongs to which department. Okay. Then after done, then write down, right click on this next user account, go to properties, go to organization tab, note down this user belongs to which department, right? So like this, how many user properties I have to check to give the answer? 1500. Not within less than 1 minute. Can we check 1500 user properties? No, it's not easy job here. This is one problem we are facing when you're managing the accounts. We are creating the accounts. We are the admin. We are creating all the user accounts, but we are creating the accounts on usernames, but we are not managing the user account according to departments. Okay, one. Second problem is what? In real time, when you're applying some restrictions, policies. Example, after some time your boss is coming, sir, in our network, we have one printer. We have one printer. So, and this printer is share printer. And my boss is saying, sir, don't allow only sales users, only sales user to access this printer. Don't allow only sales department user to access printer. And my boss is saying, sir, don't allow marketing department user to change the wallpaper. To change the wallpaper, right? So then how to apply the restriction? And remember here, the policies we cannot apply on single users here. We cannot apply on single. If I apply the policy here, who is going to restrict it? On users. If I apply the policy, who is going to restrict it? All the users. But this time we don't want to restrict to all the users. We want to restrict to sales user what? Printer. And we want to restrict to marketing user what here? Wallpaper, right? Can we restrict? No, we cannot do it. Because first of all, we cannot apply policy on single user. If I apply the policy on users, who is going to restrict it? All the users, right? So this is the second drawback we are facing when the time is coming to apply some restrictions policies here. Okay. So the microservicing, if you want to avoid these two problems, one, I want to policies should be applied on particular departments wise. Second thing, I want to manage the user account according to department here, right? So whenever my management is coming, asking, sir, this how many employees working sales department, marketing, account, right? Without wasting the time, less than 1 minute, I want to give the answer. So then microservicing, don't manage the user account like this. Manage the user accounts by using departments. Now how? Now example here we have a domain that is zoom.com. and in that by default one container is there, that is a users. Here we can create the user account, user 1, user 2, Sam. But if I create the user accounts here, all the user accounts are mixed. But the microservice saying manage the account by using department name. Like this is a container. So like this, I can create one container by own my department name. That is what here? Sales. And this container is a logical container. This container is a logical. Logical means whenever we want, we can create. Whenever we want, we can delete it. And this container, technical name is organization unit. It's called what here? Organization. So what is organization unit? Organization unit is a customized container. We are creating this container according to our names here, right? This customized container, and this container is a logical. Whenever we want, we can create. Whenever we want, we can delete. But what this container contain? Inside this container, inside this OU, we can create the user accounts. Inside this OU, we can create sub OUs also. Then we can create the user accounts. Option is available. So example, now I'm creating one more container here by the name of marketing, right? And here I'm creating one more container by the name of accounts here. So now don't create the user account in users container. Now in sales OU, create S1 and S2, right? So we have in marketing M1 and M2. In accounts we have A1 and A2, right? So now in future, if your boss is coming, is asking the question, sir, how many employees working sales department, marketing, account? Now less than 1 minute, can we give the answer or not here? So open the ADUC console, right? And open the sales OU and give the answer. Sir, this many employees, these are the names, are working in sales. This many employees, these are the names which are working in marketing. Now tell me in future, if your boss is coming, is asking, sir, please don't allow the marketing user to change the wallpaper. So where we have to apply the policy? Marketing. If I apply the policy on marketing OU, now tell me who is going to restrict it? Only M1 and M2. So when the M1, M2 is logging here to any machine, the users are restricted to access the wallpaper. But the same computer, if I'm logging as a S1, S2 or A1, A2, can access the wallpaper? Yes. So this policy, this restriction is applying only to particular OU users here. So OU is helpful in the real time to manage the user accounts here. So that's why the microservice is saying in the slide, OU is a logical container which contain Active Directory objects. Inside the OU, we can create the users. Inside the OU, we can create the groups also. Remember here, OU is a container. Okay. Inside the OU, we can create the users. We can create the groups. Inside the OU, we can create one more sub OU here. Example, on the desktop, I have one folder. Inside the folder, can I create one more folder? Yes. The same thing. We have an OU accounts. We have OU accounts. In accounts OU, I want to create one more sub OU. That is called account sub department. Right? And in this OU, we can create C1 and C2. So whenever I apply any policy on account OU, who is going to restrict it? A1 and A2, and sub OU user also, that is C1 and C2. But you observe here, all these OUs are working under your domain. So this is called tree structure here. It's called what here? Tree. It's called sub-tree structure, you can say. So that's why the microservice is saying OU also is called sub-tree structure to design the network, and used for minimizing the administrative tasks, is used for organizing and managing the Active Directory objects here, right? And the next is what? Good feature is what? It is used for delegating the control to one or more user. So delegation means rights. Delegation means what here? Rights. Now I have a question. Who is having right to create, delete, manage the user accounts? Only admin. But assume it, your company is running 24/7. But as admin, you will work 24/7? No, you're working in day shift, right? But in the night shift, your junior admin is working. So we have to give the right to junior admin or not? But tell me, the junior admin, we are giving the rights to junior admin to manage the server, to manage the user account. But we'll give our name and password to manage the server? No. Tell to the junior admin, you have to use your name and your password, but I will give the rights. But tell me, you will give full rights or partial rights? Partial. When you're giving partial rights, we have to use this delegation control, and this delegation control we can apply on OU. We can apply on OU to a specific user, then user can get the rights here. So please copy this slide, then we'll see how to create the OU. Done, finished. It's done. So write down our next lab today. Creating organization units.
Can we maintain all these users in a group?
Yes.
Whether we can say that these people are
No. No.
we cannot say that.
Group is the object and used for to apply permission on resources. By using group, we cannot apply policies. We cannot apply policies. Remember here, if anyone is asking to you, sir, what is the difference between group and what is the difference between OU? Please try to understand. The last class I said group also contain user accounts. Now OU also contain what here? User accounts. But group is used for to apply permission on network resources. Resource means files, folder, share folder, drive, printer, we can apply. But remember here, by using group, we cannot apply policies. We cannot apply policies. If you want to apply policies, we require OU. If you want to apply group policies here, we have a session, I will show you, right, how to apply group policies. If you want to apply group policies, we require OU. And OU is a container. Remember here, group is a object. Group is a object, but OU is a container. But remember one thing, one user can be a member of multiple groups. One user can be a member of multiple groups, but one user cannot be a member of multiple OUs. One user should be a member of only one OU. We cannot say the Sam has to be working sales OU also and marketing OU also, right? It's not possible, right? But one user can be a member of multiple groups, but not OUs. When I'm creating, I will show you, right, how to check whether one user can be a member of multiple OUs or not. It's not possible. Remember two things, group is a collection of users, OU also is a collection of users here, right? But group is used for to apply permission on network resources, OU used for to apply permission on group policies here, right? One user can be a member of multiple group, but one user cannot be a member of multiple OUs here, right? So please write down, who is having right to create these OUs, deleting and managing? Only administrator. So please write down. In system 1 server DC, in system 1 server DC, login as administrator. In system 1 server DC, login as a administrator. Next point, write down, open the organization unit, open the ADUC console. Open the ADUC console and observe here, if I want to create the users and groups, this is the container default. We can right click on this user container, we can go to new, we can create the group or we can create the user. But are you finding any OU option? No, OU is a container and OU we have to create under domain. So to create the OUs, always we have to right click on our domain name, go to new, and you can find organization unit. So please write down next line. Right click on domain name zoom.com, right click on domain name zoom.com, click on new and click on organization unit. Right click on domain name zoom.com, click on new and click on organizational unit. Now once you click this organization unit here, one new page will open and in this page is asking OU name. You can create the OU by any name like MCSC department, marketing department, or class 1, class 2, subject 1, subject 2, or right, your department name, sales, marketing, accounts, you can give any name here, right? So please write down OU name dash sales and click OK. OU name dash sales and click OK. OU name dash sales or sales department. You can give lengthy names also, you can give short names also, no problem there. You can give your own names. OU name dash sales and click on OK. So once you click OK, one OU is created. Now tell me, under this OU, can we create the user accounts? Yes. And you can see we have one option here. Protect this container from accidental deletion. If this box is unchecked, in future as admin directly we can delete this OU. Directly we can delete. If this box is checked, is protecting to our OU. If this box is checked, in future as admin directly we cannot delete the OU, it will not allow to you. So to delete we have to uncheck this box, then we can delete it. So I am using this option, click on OU. Once you click, OU is created. Now tell me, under this OU, can we create the user accounts? So write down please, next point. In this sales OU, create some user accounts. In this sales OU, create some user accounts. S1 user, S2 user, S1 and S2 user, okay? In this sales OU, create some user accounts, S1 and S2 user, okay? And already we know how to create the user account with password or without password. The method procedure is same here. So right click on sales OU, click on new, and we can go to the user, right? So we can create the user. And under OU, can we create one more OU? Yes. Under OU, can we create groups also? Yes, it's possible here, okay? So now we created the OU here, we have. So like this we can create multiple OUs like marketing, right? We can create the accounts also. In that we can create the user accounts, okay? So this is a method and procedure to create the OUs. But assume it after some time my boss is coming and saying, sir, we don't want this OU, delete this OU, right? We don't want. So as administrator, can we delete this OU or not? Yes. But how to delete the OU? First try to delete it. Right click on sales OU and click on delete. Who is trying here? Administrator. Once you click delete, we are getting the message, sir, are you sure you want delete the organization unit by name sales? Yes or no? Yes. Once you click yes, check whether it is deleted or not. Deleted? No. As admin, I am getting error. What is the error? Read the error. You have answer in this one. You do not you do not have sufficient privileges, means rights, to delete the sales OU, because the reason also is written here. This object, means OU, is protected from accidental deletion. So we cannot delete the sales OU, right? So once you click OK, it will not delete. But assume it after the session, after this course is completed, you went to the interview and the person is asking the question, sir, how to delete the sales OU, sir? And is giving his laptop, is connected remotely to the server. He is opening his ADUC console and is giving his mouse also. Now he's asking, sir, please delete the OU. And you're trying to delete. You're right clicking on this OU, you're clicking on delete. You're saying yes, is not deleted. And the person is saying, sir, please delete this OU. I will give you the job. This is the last question, okay? The person is saying, sir, delete this OU. I will give you the job. Now tell me how to delete this one.
Uncheck the box.
Uncheck the box. Which box? Protect container from accidental deletion. Please tell me how to uncheck. Right click on zoom.com domain name. Very good. Click on properties to delete the Zoom domain. So why you're saying Zoom? Sir, we don't want to delete the Zoom, sir. We want to delete the sales OU. Don't say right click on zoom.com there. That is wrong. Right click on sales OU. Why we are going sales OU? To uncheck that box first. Remember this one, okay? Right click on sales OU. Then click on properties. Very good. Then we have to uncheck that box. Protect the container from accidental deletion. Now tell me what next. We have to go to manage by. Why? Because that option is not available in journal. Very good. Go to manage by. Remember, you have to uncheck that box. Now tell me what next. Change. Don't say change. Change is different. Unchecking is different here. Next option. COM plus. That option is not there in journal. We went to the manage. and we went to the, you're saying sir go to the complex. If that option is there, very good. If it is not there, okay, so I will go there. Complex is there, or some of the students say drag this option, you will get. If I drag, are you getting? No. Then what next? Cancel. Very good. If you're not getting anything, okay or cancel, finish it. We don't want to take the headache to solve the problem there. Good. So it means your job is sure or cancel. The person will say, sir, we'll hold you, we'll call you back. Now tell me next what? Right click on sales. Good. Don't say delegate control, because I say delegate control means giving the rights to others. We want to uncheck that box actually. Sir, here you can see here, if I go to the properties, tell me how many tabs are there first? How many? 3. Sir, there are so many tabs are there. We have one tab, one is called objects here. It's called what here? Object. You are saying 3 tabs, but I am saying more than 3 are there. So that's why in our schools, or when you're learning the schooling colleges, right, our teacher is telling one thing. Sir, when you're coming to the class, 2 things should be there with you. Body and mind. But you're right now, your body is present, but mind is absent here. I am saying here we have more than 3 tabs. You're saying only 3. We have one tab that is called object. We have one tab that is called object. Can you see? Yes, where is? Yellow one is not a tab, sir. Yellow one is a picture. Right? We cannot click, we cannot right click there. See here, we have tabs here. I will show you. Actually, there are so many tabs are there. Other tabs are hidden here. Other tabs are hidden. You have to open the hidden tabs. How? Very easy is there. You can go to view, and you can see in the top we have view option. We can go to this option. Which option? Advanced feature. Now do one thing. Right click on this sales OU. Click on properties, and now you can see there are so many new tabs are there. Is available. Now are you finding object tab here? Yes, go to this object tab. Are you finding that feature option here? Yes, uncheck this box, click OK, come back and delete. It will delete? Yeah, so please write down. Next lab, how to delete sales OU. How to delete OU, in brackets write down sales OU. How to delete OU, in bracket write down sales OU. Done? Write down. In DC, open the ADUC console. In DC, open the ADUC console. Then write down, click on view tab, click on view tab, and click on advanced features. Click on view tab and click on advanced features. Click on view tab and click on advanced features. Once you click advanced features, then write down, right click on sales OU, click on properties, click on view tab, click on advanced features, then right click on sales OU and click on properties, click on properties, then write down, select the object tab, select the object tab. Now once you select the object tab, then write down, uncheck the box, protect the container from accidental deletion. Protect the container from accidental deletion. Uncheck the box, protect the container from accidental deletion. Right? Then write down, click on apply, OK. Click on apply, click on OK. So once you click apply, once you click OK, your job is done. Uncheck the box, protect object from accidental deletion. Protect object from accident deletion, and click on apply, click on OK. Done. Then write down next line. Now as an administrator, we can delete sales OU. Write down next point. Now as an administrator, delete the sales OU. Now as an administrator, delete the sales OU. Now once you delete, the OU will delete or not? Yes, but one thing you have to remember, inside the OU we have some users example. If I delete the OU, users also will be deleted. If I delete the OU, users will be deleted, right? So we want to delete what? Only OU. So what we can do, we can shift these users to other OU or to this container. Which container? Users. We can move the users from one OU to other OU. Then OU will be empty, then you can delete the OU. So right now the OU is empty, so I can delete it and say yes, OU is deleted. But for testing purpose, for lab purpose, we require some OUs here. So please tell me how to create now. Right click on our domain name zoom.com, new, click on organization unit. So I'm giving the OU name sales. I don't want this feature now. Without this option, can we create the OU? Yes, right? Now I need one more OU here by the name of marketing. I don't want this feature for this OU. Click OK, right? Now in this OU, can we create the user accounts? Yes, example in sales OU. Right click, click on new and click on user. I want to create one account by the name of S1 here. Click next and see here I'm getting error here. What is error? User logon name you have chosen is already user enterprise. So it means in this domain we have OU. In that OU we are creating user S1. But in this domain already one user account is there by the name of S1. So we cannot create one more user account by same name there. It will not allow. But can we create one user account by the name of S2 here? Yes. So I want to create one S2. Next, I don't want to give any password here. Next, finish. Right? But I want to move this user. Right now the S1 user is working under which container? Users. I want to move this S1 user to sales OU. Can we move? Yes. But remember here, one user can be a member of one OU. One user cannot be a member of two OUs. Now see here. Right click on this user and click on move and select which OU? Sales. Click OK. Now observe here. This user will move from users container to sales. Is moved. So it means we cannot say one user should be a member of multiple OUs. It's not possible. Okay. Now in sales we have S1, S2. Now in marketing, can we create some user accounts here? Yes, example in marketing I have M1 user and I want to create one more user here, M2. Fine. So the S1, S2 is working in sales and M1, M2 is working in marketing here. So these users can log into any client machine or not here? Yes. So this user can log into the client machine in future. Whenever the time is coming, we can apply the restriction, we can apply the policies here. Okay. Any doubt? Any question? No? Now come to the last one. That is what? Delegation control. So please write down this delegation control, this point, and just give me a 1 minute. Is done, finished. Now we'll go for the delegation control. So the microservice is saying by the help of delegation control we can do the decentralized process on the organization unit here. So centralized management means only as the administrator we have a right to create, delete and manage the user accounts here. But example, your company is running 24/7 and as the administrator will not work for 24/7 there. Okay, so we want to give the chance to junior admin to manage the users, right? So we want to give the chance to this guy to manage the users here. That is a SAM example. But we have two options. We can give the full rights. Whatever we have rights, we can give the rights to the SAM. So how to give the full rights in the real time? If we have an admin and will not share our name and password, but I want to give the same rights whatever we have, I want to give the same right to the SAM. So then what we can do, we can go to the users and you can see here we have our account. That is what here? Administrator. I want to give the chance to the SAM the same right what I have here. Means I want to give the rights on services, on machines, right? Rights configuration, rights and services, permissions, policy, everything what we have right, same rights I want to give, full rights. So then microservice saying do one thing, add this SAM user account in this group. What is the group name? Default domain admin group. So right click on this domain admin group, go to the properties, go to the member, add the user account here, SAM. If the SAM name is available in this one, so now the SAM is having same right as admin. So we no need to give allow log on local permission to SAM. Now directly the SAM can come to the server with his name and password, can log into server, he can manage the services, softwares, applications, policies, users, computers, right? You can manage everything here. That is what here? Same rights. But in real time, to senior admin will give the same right, but to junior admin will not give the same right, will give the partial rights here. So if you want to give partial right, don't add the user in this list here. And if you want to give the partial right, microservice saying take the help of delegation control. By using delegation control, you can decide what task, what rights you want to give to the user and where you want to give. So example, my boss is saying, sir, allow the SAM to manage all zoom.com users. So apply the delegation control right on DC, on domain name, on zoom.com, right? Delegation control right to which user? To SAM. So now the SAM is having right to manage all users accounts, sales, marketing accounts, all the users he can manage, only user accounts, not services, not other permissions here. Okay, but my boss is saying, don't give the chance to SAM to manage all the user accounts. Allow the SAM to manage only marketing OU and sales OU users. So I'm giving the delegation control to SAM on sales OU and I'm giving the delegation control to SAM to manage only marketing. So now the SAM is having right to manage the sales OU user accounts and marketing user accounts here. Okay, but we can reduce the rights also. Example, my boss is saying, sir, don't give the chance to SAM to manage all the user accounts. Allow the SAM to manage only sales OU user accounts. So if I give the delegation control to SAM only on sales OU, so now the SAM is having right to manage only sales OU user accounts but not other OU user accounts here. Okay, so this is called delegation control. So delegation control is using for to decentralize management to give the rights to others here. So please write down who is having right to give these rights. Only administrator. So please write down. Our next lab, applying delegation control right on sales OU. Applying delegation control right on sales OU. Sir, how to identify group and OU? See here. Okay, see here. You want to identify only OU group. What is this container? This is called OU. What is this? Group. By seeing, can you identify or not here? This is a group and this is a OU here. Now I will show you one more thing here before going our next step. Now yesterday what we have done, the last session, we created this share folder and we want to give the permission to user to access this. Example, I want to go for sharing. Now see here, I want to share with find people. Now if I type the OU name, what is the OU name? Sales, and check whether it's accepted or not. Check names. What is saying? Sorry, I cannot found because OU is a container, not a object. Here is asking object here, right? This is the difference. Now see here, if I type the group name GP1, accepted? Yes. So it means when you are applying the permission, we can use single user or group, but not users here. Sorry, not OUs here. Okay. But when you're applying the policies, when I'm coming to the policies class, I will show you, we cannot use the groups here. We can use only OUs here, right? This is the difference.
Sir, in real time, what we have to create first? User, group, the OU.
Sir, you are the admin. You have to decide yourself what you want to create first. Before doing anything, before going anywhere, what you will do? You will start the bike, then you will decide where you want to go, or first decide, first plan, then go. What is the best option?
First plan.
First plan it. When you're designing your network, first plan how many servers you require, how many clients, what names users you require, how many OUs you require, how many groups. Write in one paper, submit to your management. This is the correct method. Then implement. Okay? Okay. Sorry, please once again. Okay. Yes. If you delete the OU, already I say that inside the OU, if you have user accounts, if you delete the OU, users also will be deleted then, if you have a user account in that. Okay. So that's why I'm saying, before deleting the OU, if you want user accounts, move the users to other OU, then delete it. So please write down. What is the last point? Only heading you written. So please write down in system 1 DC, login as an administrator. In system 1 DC, login as a administrator. In system 1 DC, login as a administrator. The next point, write down. Open the ADUC console. Open the ADUC console. First decide to which user you want to give rights. I want to give the rights to Sam. Maybe in the lab account is not there, you have to create it. Okay. And where you want to give the rights? I want to give the right on sales OU. You can right click on sales OU, go to the delegation control. So write down, right click on sales OU and click on delegate control. Or we can give the delegate control on domain also. If I right click on domain, if I give here, so Sam is having right to manage all the zoom.com OU user accounts, but I want to give the chance only to the sales OU. So right click on sales OU and click on delegate control. Right click on sales OU and click on delegate control. Now once you click this delegate control, welcome page is open. So write down, click next. Now once you click next here, in next page is asking in select the users or groups, right? Now click on add. So write down, click on add. Is asking object name. Then write down, type the username dash Sam. Type the username dash Sam. Click OK and click next. Type the username dash Sam. Click OK and click on next. Click OK and click on next. So once you click next, now is asking the task, what task you want to give. There are so many options are available. You can use multiple or you can use single. Example, try to understand. If I give the third permission, what is the third permission here? Read all user information. So what the SAM can do? The SAM can open the OU, user can read the information, but user cannot delete, manage, creating, changing properties. The option is not there, okay? But if I give the second right, what is the second right? Reset user password and force password change at next logon. So what the SAM can do, he can change the user passwords, but he cannot delete, create, changing the properties of the users here. If I give the first one, that is create, delete and manage the user account. So what the SAM can do now? In the sales OU only, the SAM is having right to create account, deleting the account, changing the password, changing the properties, he can manage it. Okay, so I want to give the first one. So write down, check the box, create, delete and manage user accounts. Check the box, create, delete and manage user accounts. Check the box, create, delete and manage user account. Click next and finish. Click next. Click on finish. Your job is done. Okay. Then write down verification. Now please tell me what is verification here. Login as a SAM user. In which machine please? In system 1 server. Right? That is okay. So please write down in system 1 DC. In system 1 DC. In system 1 DC, login as a SAM user. In system 1 DC, login as a SAM user. Okay. Now tell me, once you log in as a SAM user, first of all, tell me the SAM can log in server or not? No. SAM is a user, he cannot log in. So we have to give what permission? Allow log on local permission. And already we know how to give this permission here, right? As admin. So write down in brackets. So in the lab, you have to give first this permission, then log in as a user. So write down in brackets, give allow log on local permission to SAM. Give allow log on locally permission to SAM. And already we know, that's why I'm not giving all the steps here, how to give this permission. Give allow log on locally permission to SAM. Okay. Now, observe here. Once you log in as a SAM, now after giving allow log on local permission, SAM can log in server. But remember here, the SAM can find server manager console? No, is not available. The server manager console is designed only for administrator, not for user. So tell to the SAM, we have to teach first time how to create the account. So tell to the SAM, please do one thing, sir. Open the run and type the shortcut command of, that is ADUC, dsa.msc. So please write down. Open the run and type dsa.msc to open the ADUC console. Open the run and type dsa.msc, click OK to open ADUC console. Open the run, type dsa.msc, in brackets write down to open ADUC console. Okay. Now once you open this console, now as a user SAM, can I go to the sales OU? Can we create the user accounts? Yes. So please write down open the sales OU and create the user account S3, S4. Open the sales OU and create some user account S3 and S4. But as a SAM user, can I manage marketing user accounts? Can I manage the account user accounts? No, we cannot manage. This is a first method. This is a first method. Your job has done. Okay. But try to understand this one in the real time. Tell me, this is the SAM. SAM is a junior admin. Will allow the junior admin to sit on main server. Assume you're joining as an administrator, junior admin, first time. And you have rights to create, delete, manage accounts. So your senior admin will come. It will say, sir, come to the server room in main server, sit on the server and create, delete, manage accounts. No, because its risky is there. What? You have rights, but you are the learner. What will do? Will say, sir, we are sitting on main server. We'll go here and there. We'll add something, we remove something. Okay, so it's risky. So in the real time, the senior admins will not allow to junior to sit on server to manage the rights. But you have rights. But how to manage the rights? So then the junior admins, in the real time, junior admin has to use their own PCs to manage the accounts. They have to use their own PCs. Means you have your laptop, you have your desktop machine, client machine you have to use. But tell me, in desktop, in laptop, you have server OS or client OS here? Client OS. So the seniors are saying to you, said you are the junior, you have rights, but you have to manage the rights by using client operating system, not by server. Okay. So how to use this one? An example, as a user, I am logging to this machine. Which machine? System 2 XP. But if I go to the run, tell me, if I go to the run, if I type this command dsa.msc, so now tell me, this will work or this console will open? No, this console will not open because this is a client operating system machine, maybe XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 10, right? This console is not available in this operating system. Can we install this Active Directory service in XP machine? Vista, Windows 7, Windows 10? Yes or no? If you are saying yes, you are the first person who is designing this type of service and really Microsoft like you. please apply for the job and say, sir, I have a good solution for you. I can install the Active Directory service in client OS. Till now you have not introduced, but I have introduced this one. So Microsoft will give you the first job to you. But till now the Microsoft experts are saying, sir, till now we have not designed Active Directory for client OS. But we have to give the client, right, for security reason. Then what we have to do? So tell to the user, said, just wait, I will do something for you. So as administrator, select one, decide one PC for the SAM. Decide any PC, laptop or anyone. But first log in as an administrator here. Log in as a admin. And after logging as an admin, download this application from internet. That application name is RS80. And this application user also can download, but user is not having right to install. So that's why I'm saying first log in as a administrator and download this application and install it. RS80, Remote Server Administrative Tool. Remote Server Administrative Tool in XP is a free service from Microsoft. If you have account in Microsoft, you can download this service here. Okay. So once you download RS80, install it as admin. Now tell to the SAM login here. Now run this command. Which command? In run, we have to type dsa.msc. Now once you type dsa.msc, by using this RS80, actually the Active Directory is not there in XP machine, but we can open this service remotely from server to this XP machine, right? And the console will open for you. Now you can tell to the SAM, sir, go to the sales OU and create the user account S3, S4, and these changes is going to update to my server. So it means the Active Directory service actually is running in server, and by using this service RS80, we are opening remotely in client machine, and we are allowing the user to get the rights, create and delete. Now tell me, apart from this, as a user, what I am getting? Other server services? No, I can manage only this service here. Okay, so this is called second method here. This is called what here? Second method. So tell me, which method is best and secure in the real time? Second method is best, because whenever you go to the interview, it will ask this question. Sir, after giving delegation control, will allow the user to log in server, or will allow the user log in client machine to manage the rights? Will allow client machines here, right? But right now today I'm not having XP machine here. I'm not showing this one here. But if you have in your home desktop, you can go and you can download and you can do this one. Okay, so that's why I'm showing the practical directly on DC. This verification we can do it. Okay, so I'm showing by first method. So I'm going to my DC. I logged as the administrator. First I have to open what here? Group Policy Management Console to give the allow log on local permission to SAM here. That is a remote control to complete desktop. Remote MSTSC is a remote desktop service. Remote desktop service means complete desktop you are giving to user. Now tell me, if you give complete desktop, what is the meaning of that one? Yeah. So see here, we have to give allow log on local permission to SAM by using default domain control policy, and already we know this one, how to give this one. We have to go to what? Computer configuration, policies, then Windows settings, then go to the security settings, then local policies, user right assignment, allow log on locally permission, add the user SAM account in this list, add, browse, name is SAM. Okay, okay, SAM is added in the list. Click OK. Close this windows. Then update the policy by using GP update. Now we can log in as a SAM. Check the rights here. Now press Ctrl or Delete. Switch this administrator. And press Ctrl or Delete. Go to other. Type the username SAM. Password is blank. Enter. Now user has logged here. If you like, you can get the desktop icons for the SAM. Okay, now see here, server manager is not opening, so tell to the SAM, go to the run sir and type the command dsa.msc, and remember here, once you type dsa.msc is asking the question, sir, you are not admin, who are you? So what we have to type? Admin name and password or SAM name and password? SAM name and password, and don't type admin name and password. If you give it the admin name and password, SAM is getting full rights. Okay, so now the SAM is open the ADUC console. So now tell to the SAM expand the domain name, go to the sales OU, right click on sales OU, go to new, go to the user to manage. But observe here, as admin, when I click new, how many options are there for me? So many are there. For user, how many options are there? 1. So it means we restricted here. And you can see here, once you click here, we can give the name here S3, but who is creating this account? SAM is creating the account. Now I'm creating one more account here by the name of S4. Right. Now in future, the S4 is requesting to SAM, sir, please reset my password. Can we reset? Right. Reset the password, give any password, and click OK. Password has been changed. The SAM is S4 is requesting to SAM, sir, create the home folder for me, create the roaming profile for me. Can we give the path or not here? Yes. We can go to the properties, we can go to the profiles, we can set the path here. Right. So this option is available. But as a SAM user, I can manage the sales OUs, user accounts. But can we manage users? If I go to the users here, right, if I right click, are you finding new option? No. Can we delete the account? As a SAM, I want to delete the John account. Can we delete it? No, we are not having sufficient rights. Can we manage the marketing OU user accounts? No, option is not available. So the SAM is having right to manage only sales OU, right? Now after your job is done, we can sign out and sign in as an administrator here. But try to remember here, this is the rights we have given, okay? But in future, assume it you are the new admin, and this one of the user is having rights to manage the users. But you are the admin, new admin. You want to know who is having right and what type of right your previous admin has given the right to this user. So how to know the rights here? So log in as admin, open the ADUC console. First go to the view and go to the advanced features. Right click on sales OU, click on properties, go to the security tab, and in security tab you can see one account is there but other accounts are not there. Are you finding any other username except SAM, like user 1, user 2, S1, S2, marketing, M1, M2? Is there? No, only the SAM is there. You can see here in the list SAM is there, means the SAM is having special rights, but that right is not explaining here, right, because it's a common rights here. So if you want to know the special right of SAM, go to the advanced. If you go to the advanced, and now you can see here one new page is open. In this page is explaining what the SAM is having rights here. Now see here, SAM name is there. Yes. What is the permission? Allow. And what permission SAM is having? Create, delete, manage. So if you want to know OU rights, we have to go to the user properties, OU properties, and go to the security tab, go to advanced. You can check this one. But in future, my boss is saying, sir, now remove the rights from SAM, take back the rights. I don't want to give the right to SAM to manage the user accounts. Can we delete the rights? Can we take back the rights? How? Delete the user account in this list. If the username is not there in the list, I'm not deleting the user. If the user account is not there in the list, so it means the next day onwards or next moment onwards, the SAM is not having right to manage the user accounts. Okay. So if you delete the user account from the list, remove it. Now next day, the SAM can log into my server, but the SAM is not having right to create the user account, delete the account. So it means we can give the rights and we can take back the rights here. Okay. So this thing you have to check. So today we are wind upping our class here, and today we have this many labs here. First is what? Home folder. Second is FSRM. Next is what? Storage quota. Next is file stream management, storage report management, creating OU, deleting OU. And next is what? Delegation control, giving and taking back. That you have to check. Okay. Now next thing is what here? We completed this OU here, and next topic is our logical structure of Active Directory. And tomorrow we have some work here, so that's why I'm unable to take the theory class. So tomorrow we are not having any theory session, but tomorrow we have a extra labs here. So we are giving the extra labs here. So tomorrow you have only practical session. There is no theory session tomorrow. So tomorrow you can do one thing on your time, like before class. Some of the students who is coming before class, come to 7 o'clock to till 10 o'clock. You can sit and you can do the practical here, right? And come some of the students 10 to to 12 o'clock. You can sit and you can do the practical. Whatever the practical you missed, right? You can complete the practical here, right? But if the systems are not there, just wait for right, systems, then you will get the system, you can do the practical this one. Okay, any question? So tomorrow we are not having theory session, tomorrow we have only lab session is there, right? And on Monday we are going to discuss Active Directory second class, and that is a logical structure of Active Directory. Okay, thank you very much for today's session, sir. And for online students also, there is a no session for you tomorrow.
On Monday then, okay?
Yeah, Monday we have our next session. We are going to discuss.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great week.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Any question? Prabhakar.